Hey guys, Justenia here. I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about my Pentatonix concert experience, which was amazing. So let's start at the beginning. I have liked Pentatonix for about a year now. I've been in love with them. They have been my light and day. But, so I really liked them, and I saw that they were going on, it wasn't their tour, it was kind of like a combined tour, with Andy Grammer and another group. And so that was in December 2015. So I told my dad about it. I wasn't expecting to get tickets or anything. So I told him about it, and that was it. So I ended up getting tickets for that, and it was in Atlanta. So I was like pumped. I was so ready. I was so excited to see them. And originally I thought that I was going to be on orchestra, which is at the very top. But I was proud either way of what I got. I was grateful for it. So when we got there, they let us in, and then we were walking down on the bottom, and so I was confused because I thought I was going to be on the top. Sorry. Then so I ended up being 9 rows back, and I was ecstatic. I was like, oh my god, I'm so close. In pictures it may not seem that close, but I was actually really close, and I was so happy. So one group came on before them, and then finally they came on, and I was screaming. I'm pretty sure I lost my voice at some point during it because I was screaming so much. But in the end, it was so worth it. It was such a fun experience with my dad and seeing them, and it was just really nice. And so that was in December 2015. And then, so this year came, yeah, school was just a mess, a lot of stuff. And then they said that they were going on a world tour. So I was really happy. I knew that I may not get tickets, but I was still happy that they were going on a world tour. So usually most groups go to Atlanta since it's a big place in Georgia. But when they posted the dates that they were going, they didn't go to Atlanta. I didn't see Atlanta on there. So I was so sad because I kept talking to my dad about it. And I was really upset, and I was during school. When they posted it, I was looking at my phone, and I was and then I saw it, and I was like, are you kidding me? They're not coming to Atlanta. I was so devastated. And so I told my dad that, and then the closest one to us was Orlando, which was 4 hours away. So my dad was like, okay, we could do that. And so, I kept bugging my dad about it. I was like, tickets are going on sale tomorrow, at this time, and, I'm gonna have my phone on me and notifications and everything. I was gonna be prepared for this. And so, finally, the tickets went live, and, I was at school, so I couldn't do anything about it. So then I came home that day, and, I paid to do this thing to get early access, but I never got the code emailed to me. So somebody told me that it was on the app that I signed up for and stuff. And so I went on it and I saw the code. So I was like, okay, great. I could still get tickets, early access. And so I was telling my dad, I was like, look, these tickets are this much. They're really good. They're in the pit stuff, and that was pretty much it. My dad was like, okay, just be patient. And so I was really upset because, I didn't know if those tickets were going to sell out because they had early access. And so, I was, so sad. I was I didn't know what to do because I was I really wanted to see them. And, then my dad came home, and I was laying in bed, when he came home. And then he was like, so tell me about this, Patreon app. And so I was telling him about it, and I was like, you sign up monthly. And then however much money you donate, it's a certain amount and up, you can get early access. And so, finally, so my mom told me to go get my phone, so I got it. And so, I opened it and stuff, basically I would. And then, I saw the Patreon app downloaded on it. And I was a little confused because I don't remember downloading the app. I only remember using the website and signing up on the website. And not even creating, I don't even remember creating a profile with my name, just a quick account the night before. And so I was like, what? And so I went on it, and it was you pledged $10. And I was like, I did not do this. Like, I was in, like, panic mode because I was like, I did not put $10. Like, I put $3. Like, I don't know who did this, like, what it was, like, if I put in the wrong number. Like, I was so confused. Like, I didn't know what I did wrong. And then I was like, it had my picture and it had my name. And so I was like, I don't remember doing this. Like, I didn't do this. Like, why was it being like that? And so, like, then I get this text and it was like, surprise. And then I had a photo of the tickets. And I was so happy. Like, it was pit tickets. I was like, I was hoping just to get in the front. Like, that was my dream. I've always wanted to be in the pit. So then it put, and then he sent another text, and it was picture, of, meet and greet and sound check. So I was, like, beyond happy at that point. Like, I may, like, have, like, look shocked, but, like, I was so happy. And so that meant that I was going to do, I would have to get there early. And so, when it got to that day, we woke up very early, my dad and I, because we went, and we got there really, really early. Like, we parked right by the tour buses, which was really good too. So, like, we were kind of walking around because it was on a college campus. You know, walking around, just looking around and stuff, because we were really early. Like, we didn't have to be there till, I think, 3 or 4, and we were there at, like, 1. So, we were just walking around, waiting, trying to figure everything out, where to meet when we had to. So, finally, like, we saw where the VIP entrance was and where to start making a line, but we weren't going to sit there because nobody was there. Then, finally, we were walking that way, and then there, were some people there, and so we were like, okay, now let's get in line. Like, I knew that the line was going to be really long once time started going by and it got closer. So I was like, let's just get in line now. So I was waiting in line by myself. My dad went and was doing his thing. He went and got me water because I was thirsty and it was really hot. So I was waiting in line. Finally, they opened the doors, and then they separated meet and greet and then meet and greet and sound check. So we were waiting in this hall, and, like, I saw Mitch come down the hallway, and, like, he was going to his dressing room, but I still was like, oh my god, it's Mitch Grossi. Like, I was dying. Let me see if I can find the picture. But, so I was, like, super happy. I was like, oh my god, like, I saw him before soundtrack and stuff. And then finally Kirsty came out too. And so at that point I was just like, oh my god, they're real. Like, what? And so, I don't have the picture for some reason. So then the guy told us to move to the other side of the hallway so we couldn't see them, sadly. But I did get, like, 2 pictures of them. And then finally we went into the actual arena, to watch them do sound check and then a Q&A. And so then we went in, and then I went to, like, the right side of the barricade, and then I sat there, and I was, like, watching them, and I was like, oh my god, like, they're real. So yeah, I was like, I don't know what to do, like, they're right in front of me, like, what do I do? And so they sang, a song called No, which was originally by Meghan Trainor, but they still slay singing it. And then finally they did the Q&A, so they were like, does anybody have any questions? And I was like, I didn't know what to do. My dad was like, put your hand up, because I'm, like, the shyest person ever. Like, I did not know what to do. And so I put my hand up, and then they were like, yo, and I was like, I didn't know what to say. So, I originally wrote 3 questions down, but I only thought one of them sounded really good. So I asked them what song off of their new album meant the most to them. And so they told me it was a good question, and they answered it, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh god. So yeah, that happened. And then finally we left and went to meet and greet. And the meet and greet line was so long. Like, I swear, I thought I was going to be there forever. Like, it was going by so slow. And I was like, the closer I got, like, the more nervous I got. Like, I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, I originally picked out some poses that I wanted to do, but they were like, it goes by, like, really fast. So I didn't know if I was going to have time to ask them. So finally when I got up, I went before my dad, and you had to stand on this line, and then when the other person was walking out, you went in, and I like legit was like shaking. I was so scared. And when I walked in, like they were like, go to the person, you don't have time to hug anybody, go to the person you want to stand by. And so like I automatically went in between Scott and Mitch, and because they slay my life, so yeah. So yeah, I went in between them, and I just put my arms around them. They put their arms around me. I was like, I couldn't talk at that moment. Like, I did not know what to do. Like, I couldn't even, like, process. And so then, like, I walked out, and I was like, oh my god. And so, if you had to pick, you could put a bracelet on. And so, I grabbed the bracelet, and then I grabbed a bag and a poster. So then we had to go through the line once again, but they were sitting at a table this time, so you could talk to them, you know, they'll sign your stuff. So I chose that I wanted them to sign my poster, and then I told my dad that I wanted the tote bag signed. So when we were going through it, and Avi was first, and I didn't say a thing to him. I said hi, that was it. Like, I was so shy and nervous. And then like I got to Kirsty, I was like, your makeup's beautiful, because she was slaying. Then I got to Scott, and like I was like, because like his eyes are so beautiful, like I was just staring at them, and I didn't know what to say. And my dad was like, she doesn't know what to say. And he starts laughing, and I was like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. And so then I went to Mitch, and I was like, I love your hair. And he was like, thank you. And I was like, oh my god, I want to cry right now. And then I got to Kevin, and he signed my stuff, and then I left. And then I legit wanted to cry. Like, I was tearing up because I was so emotional. So yeah. Then they finally all took us down, so we can get earlier access into the actual arena. So I went to the bathroom real quick, so I didn't have to go the whole time because I was going to be at the front. Like, I was determined to be at the front. So I ran down the stairs, and then I was going to go through, and then I forgot I left my ticket with my dad. So I had to run back up the stairs, get the ticket from my dad, go back downstairs, show him, and then I actually got really close to the front. Let me see. I actually got really close to the front. And so I was standing there, you know, I took a picture, and I was, like, so freaking happy. Like, let's see if you can say it. Okay. So this was a picture that I took of the arena. That's me right there on my phone waiting because I was so lonely. Like, I didn't know who to talk to. And then finally I met this girl named Rachel. She was super nice. So we were talking, and we were like, on one of the songs called Misbehaving, they were bringing people up with each member that they picked. And they were going to sing with them. So we were talking about, okay, if you go up, then I'll watch your stuff. And if I go up, then you watch my stuff. And then we woke up. We don't know. And so, like, it was just all in, like, fun play. Like, we were just talking. Like, we never thought it would actually happen. And so finally that time came. And, they were picking people. So Scott automatically picked her. And I, like, started to tear up a little bit. Like, I was like, oh my god, like, we just talked about this. I really wanted to go up. So, you know, I got over it. Like, you know, I was waiting. And then Mitch came up to me, and he asked me if I wanted to go on stage. And I was like, yeah. And so he put the bracelet on me, and I still had the bracelet in my room and the VIP lanyard. And then I had to jump over the barricade, which was the most hardest thing I've ever done in my whole life. And then I had to walk around the stage, and then I almost tripped getting on stage, which was so embarrassing. But, like, I eventually went on stage, and it was such an amazing experience. I was so nervous, but, like, the amount of times we, like, bonded with each other and communicated and stuff, it was just so nice. And so, yeah, that happened. And so this is my meet and greet picture that I took with them. I look crazy. I had red hair back then too, which, yes, I miss it so bad. But yeah, so I had red hair back then, which I think kind of led me to stand out a bit. This was a picture that he took of both of us. Yes. So yeah, and then I got off the stage after that, and then I enjoyed the rest of the show. and then I went back to the hotel. So in all, it was a very fun experience. I missed that day so much, and now I'm going to another show again in November. And I can't wait for it. Like, I'm so happy. I have just sound check this time, and I have the pit again. So hopefully I get pulled up again. If I don't, then I don't. I'll still be happy. It's so nice. They are so talented, and I'm just glad to be in their presence, breathing the same air. Like, they're so sweet. So I can't wait for that. But other than that, that's my experience. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Bye.